Good evening, my friend. Welcome to the show. I am Lou Mangello. It is Wednesday night. It is my favorite night of the week, not just because the Goldbergs are on ABC at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, whatever it is, or because I am just hours away from getting on yet another plane to London, um, or because I have not started packing as yet, but because it's Wednesday night, it's box night. If you're watching live, thank you so very much for being here. If you're watching on the replay, please, please, please turn on notifications, join the Box People group, and join us every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, as well as other times that I go live, not just from the home studio here located just steps behind Magic Kingdom, but from the parks, from London, and where I might be going next. That's the topic for tonight. It's going to be about not just where we've been, where we are, but where we are going, literally and figuratively. Couple things before we get started. First, the glasses come off for effect. Let's start with congratulations, right? This is not about me. It's always about you. Number one, congratulations to everybody who lined up, walked, wogged, jogged, cheered, rolled, volunteered at this past weekend's Wine and Dine half marathon 10K, 5K post-race party festivities at Walt Disney World. You guys are amazeballs. I don't know how you do it. The only walking that I do is usually just from restaurant to restaurant and garbage can to garbage can to eat at said locations. Congrats to all of you. We were out cheering. I was out for the 10 and a half and loved seeing the smiles, the costumes, the creativity. Not the sweat as much as I would like, but super proud of all of you. Thanks to everybody who came out to the meet of the month on Saturday afternoon at Disney Springs. A little warmer than I would have liked for November, but it was so good to see you. Same way, it's so good to see so many of Daniel Wanderman. I was just about to say some new and old and familiar faces. Corinne, haven't seen you in a while. Martin Shergold from the UK. Meg Steven Schwartzrock from Japan. Gosh, the fun we had. Jane Jordan thinks she's a first-time watcher. She hopes she's got the hang of this. She's only on episode 217. But watching ahead, Jane, first of all, one, thank you for being here. Two, never say only. Three, 217. That's a lot of Lou over the number of years. So I sincerely appreciate it. Somebody says my mic might not be on. Is my mic not? Somebody says my mic. Did I do laundry yet? No. Jessica, I'm not even done unpacking as yet. And that's not me being funny. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. There we go. So I just updated software. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That should do it, shouldn't it? Oh my gosh, everything I just said, out the window. So I just updated some software, had to delete and reinstall something, and did not realize that it was not configured. Let me start all over again and completely recap in a much shorter, abbreviated way. Number one, huge congratulations to everybody who was out running, walking, rogging, jogging, cheering, volunteering at this past weekend's Wine and Dine Half Marathon 10K. We were out there cheering. So proud of you. However, you got to the start line and or the finish line, your costumes, your creativity, and yes, even the sweaty hugs. Two, thanks to everybody who came out to the meet of the month on Saturday. It was warm. It didn't matter. We were with friends, and there was a margarita stand not too far away. Again, thank you for taking time out of your day and your vacation to be there. I don't remember what number 3 was. I was rolling somewhere. I was going somewhere with it. But, old friends, new friends, Jane Jordan's and 217 episodes at double speed. That's still a lot of Lou. And I think that's about it. Right? Did we catch everybody up? I don't know. This is what happens when you talk to yourself and forget to start the app. So I actually think I'm going to run into a little bit of, we can hear you from the computer, but the mic isn't working. All right, hold on a second. Let me fix this. Time out. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's do this. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Jeez Louise. That was all my bad. I had uninstalled and reconfigured some software, and that's probably what did it. Am I working now? Somebody let me know. Send me a text. Tell me in the chat. Try beatboxing. That will fix everything. John Lang, good to see you as well. Now you guys can hear. Now it's better. This, my friends, is a lesson in why sleep is incredibly important. Because otherwise you go live and nobody can hear you, which is not the worst thing in the world. Now it sounds muffled. Lou with bass. Mic is fine. It's louder, but not better. Jason, I think that's just being mean. Can hear you fine, much better. Can hear you. Wow, that's loud. I was fine all along. Stereophonic. It's so confusing. So confusing. Let me do this. It's louder, but doesn't sound like the mic is on. This is so bizarre. Liz Meeks says it sounds fine, I'm going to go with Liz Meeks, because she may or may not be my favorite of all the Meeks clan, and there's lots of them. Well, there's 3 that I know of anyway. Daniel Waterman says it's worse. What is going on? Hold on. Wait a minute. How's that? Is that better? This should do it. I see what I did wrong. This is what happens when you play around with settings right before you go live and then realize, oi, you have to go live in 30 seconds. It sounds like I'm in the bathroom. Oh, I'm good. Drop the mic. Now I could just leave. But I can still hear. It'll be quiet. Okay, so that should do it. Is that better? Now I sound normal. Listen, I sound awful. Clearly I sound awful unless I have a relatively decent microphone working. So there you go. Now Chris can hardly hear. Turn your volume up. I'll turn my volume up. And Louis says he's lost sound. Well, good night, everybody. It's been a good show. Thanks very much for tuning in. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a relatively short show tonight anyway. One, I was going to take your questions about Japan. If you guys had any, somebody didn't wash their hands. I always wash my hands. I have to enter 2 emails before I pack. Not going to happen. Becky, I have so many things. I can't even show you all the things that are on that side that have to happen before I pack and before I get to your incredibly long, and although they're not very verbose this time, they actually did bulleted lists, which work well. I will get to it. Eddie is confused and scared. Eddie, I promise you, this is not how shows normally go. This is just, it's a little bit of a chaos before the storm. Delia, I am leaving tomorrow. I am heading out to the UK tomorrow afternoon. And actually, I'm going to be out there speaking at a conference called the Upreneur Conference, which is put on by a friend of mine, Chris Ducker, a phenomenal entrepreneur, heck of a nice guy. And while we're out there, we're going to be doing a meetup at the Feathers Pub on Broadway in London, not far from the Conrad St. James Hotel. That's going to be Wednesday the 13th. I tried to see if I could hook up the time so that I could do the meet and go live at the same time. I still think I can, but I think it's going to be like 7 o'clock in the morning. For those of you on the East Coast, don't know. We're going to try and do it anyway. But please make sure, especially if you are a member of the Box People group, which I hope that you are, that you have notifications turned on. This way, when I do go live at whatever sort of wacky time it is going to be, you can be notified of it. Speaking of Japan, if you haven't checked, Gail or whoever was back on show 217, fast forward a little bit. Get to show 568. We did our recap of Japan. Lewis. Hold on. There we go. Part 1 of our Japan trip. So I am going to try and go live other times while I am there. We are going to do a little bit of reconnaissance one day. The Queen, I'm actually going to see the Queen while I'm there. Although Becky and the actual Queen might be in somewhat of conflict. I'm going to be spending some time with Becky as we do some reconnaissance for our potential London-Paris trip coming up at a time that might be announced relatively soon. Speaking of which, because we are going to do a relatively short show, I want to do a couple of different things. I have a few announcements tonight that I want to share with you, especially ones that Becky doesn't know are the ones that excite me the most. This is the part of the show that gets her a little bit nervous. First things first. Oh, I was going back. Wait. Clearly, I'm incredibly sleep deprived. I was going back and I was giving congratulations and thanks to a number of people before. And I want to give congratulations and thanks to you specifically, as well as you, part of a team. Recently, I was made aware that WDW Radio, which is not me, it's us, was nominated for and actually won an award that, again, is a testament to you, the community of friends and supporters, more importantly, to the team of people that make up the WDW Radio blog team. There was an amazing group of people from all walks of life, from around the world, that all have wonderful different voices and topics that they cover on the WDW Radio blog. If you haven't checked out the blog in a while, please go and do so. They do some amazing work. I don't really write a lot because I stink at typing. Clearly, I stink at speaking too, judging by the microphone work tonight. However, that was a bit of an anomaly. And WDW Radio had been nominated for and was given an award, and actually it came in the mail today. I have actually spoken in the past at a conference called Florida BlogCon. It was called Florida Bloggers Conference, and then the Florida something con. Now it's just FL BlogCon. And you, since it's a collective thing, you were nominated for and won the favorite travel and destination blogger. So I want you guys to see the award best that you can. There you go. It's shiny and blue and glows and lights up. So you guys won the 2019 Sunshine Blogger Awards presented by your Southern Ford dealer for favorite travel and destination blogger. So congratulations to all of you. Thanks to everybody who was part of the WDW Radio blog team and our team of editors, as well as newsletter editors. This all goes to you guys. You are, it's not a leg lamp. You are the guys who write and create and share your time and your talent and your expertise. And for that, I am incredibly grateful. I'm going to put this here because I can't reach the other shelf in the background, but so you can still see the cool blue glowy thing. It's like a little tesseract, but not quite as deadly. So congrats to all of you, and well done. I'm looking to see if there's too bad a 4 didn't come with it. Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad either. It would have been tough for the blog team to share this. So Juan Escobedo says, lucky in my Napoleon. That was the worst Napoleon Dynamite impression ever. So I'm not going to even pretend that it was. So again, thanks to you, the members of the blog team. Thanks to you, the members of the community. Brett Meeks, it's Fragile. So it's Italian, clearly. It's Christmas season is in full swing. Actually, Christmas season around here has been in full swing since I think the first Christmas party was in, I think the Halloween party started like August 1st. The first Christmas party started November 1st. At Target, I think it started around September 1st is when the decorations came out. So again, thanks to all of you. I see there's a couple of people from the team. Kendall Foreman's here. Kendall, for years, has been an incredible member of the team and the lead editor. So Kendall, this one's for you. This is absolutely for you. The blog, especially over the past few years, has really happened and been as wonderful as it has been because of you and your insight and your time and your talents and your dedication. And Kendall also was on, Kendall, what show was it when we did, what was it? Oh my gosh. It was the Something That Never Was. We talked about Westcott. It was the Disneys that never were. Something like that. I don't remember the number, but anywho, it's, gosh, man, this show has been, it's all over the place. I sincerely apologize. I promise to get better. I've only been doing this for 12 years. So, Kendall, it's all you, Kendall. So take a bow, a curtsy, whatever you prefer. And to anyone who gives congratulations, you need to give it to Kendall and the rest of the blog team. And the best way to do that is by going to the blog, checking it out, subscribing, sharing some of your favorite articles from there. There's lots of good stuff that comes out multiple times a week. So let me catch up here. Was it Southern Ford or Food? It's Unbuilt Disney. That's it. It's your Southern Ford dealers, Martin Shergold. So it depends on where your South is, but it's there you go. So it's a Sunshine. It is known as the Sunshine Blogger Award. We've actually won in the past we won like best travel website, and we won, I think, best podcast. We've won a couple of different times in different categories, which again is a testament to you guys in terms of consuming content in a number of different platforms and mediums. So I see Becky's talking about chopsticks. Listen, you keep talking about missing chopsticks. Just so you know, we have chopsticks here in America, and if you didn't realize it, you could have bought some while you were there in Japan. Some of you who are members of the WDW Radio Nation might be getting some chopsticks. Like, well, Becky, don't worry. You're getting chopsticks really, really, really soon. I promise. So look a little glamorous. Get to the announcements already, Mongello. Okay, I'm here to please, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, so first things first, let's sort of recap. This week's show, our ABD to Japan Part 1. Part 2 is going to come out this weekend. I'm going to be in London having to record intro and out show, so try and get it out Monday-ish sometime. Again, you know about our meet, not really a meet of the month, it's sort of the meet of the year in the Feathers Pub on Broadway in London. We're going to try and go live from there, depending on what it is. Everybody's been so incredibly kind in terms of the travel and the shows and been following along, and I am so grateful. The point of me sharing images and video and live video is to connect you to those experiences. And I've been sort of on the road a lot, and it's a blessing and a curse. It's not sometimes as pretty as it looks on Instagram. It took me about 40 hours to get home with delays and spending the night in Atlanta airport, which really, if you have to spend the night somewhere, it should be at the Atlanta airport. I only spent 5 hours at the IHOP in there. That's a lot of pancakes. So Martin says to bring sunshine. Martin, I'm not able to bring a carry-on bag to London only because I have to pack my giant parka because it's going to be freezing. So what happens after I get back from London? The fun doesn't stop there, I can assure you, because I am going to check something out and bring something to you that I have never done before. It is not in the air, it's not on land, but it is at sea. As we, together are going to spend 4 days, 4 nights, something like that, on my very first Very Maritime cruise. So from November 18th through the 22nd, that I believe is a Monday through Thursday or Friday morning, I am going to be on the Disney Dream for my very first Maritime at Sea cruise on the Disney Dream. I cannot wait. I have not been on the Dream in a while, and I've also never seen her. I've seen her partially decorated for the holidays as I was getting off the ship once, but never actually was able to participate in all of the maritime activities. So this should be a lot of fun. I am actually going solo on this cruise, so it's going to be all work with you, with me. I'm going to be sharing video. I'm going to be going live, Instagram, stories, anywhere and everywhere that I can. And what I'm also going to do too is if there's something that you want to see or something that you want me to experience and be able to report back to you, please let me know in the Box People group. I will post this as an event. You can let me know there or post on Instagram or wherever. Eve Duville says, forgive me if I mispronounce it, see you on the Dream. Yeah, if anybody's going to be there, please let me know. Would love to get together at sea. So it should be a lot of fun. And thank God I bought extra stretchy pants, because between the Japan and London curry shops, I'm coming for you. And the dream, it's going to be a roly-poly Christmas for Lou Mangello. So, yeah, the double dip was on the dream. It seems like it was a long, long time ago. So we've done the Star Wars Day at Sea. I've done Marvel Day at Sea. I've never done the Halloween cruise yet. We haven't done a Marvel Day at Sea together yet. But this is also the first time I'm going to get a chance to do the Merry Time. So do me a favor, when you see me live or when you see me posting, the best thing that you can do is help share it out with your friends. And do me a favor, invite them to come and watch and participate as well. Liz Meeks, my favorite Meeks, is here. Always my favorite Meeks. Jeremy Goss says, I'm not fat, I'm festively plump. I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. I'm pushing maximum density. Something like that. I don't know what it is. But wait, there's more. So part of what I get to do, obviously, in my business is not just Disney related. There's really sort of two sides of what I do. There's everything here on the Disney side, and there's also the business side where I do, I'm sure you know, I do a lot of speaking, I do coaching, consulting, one-on-one, masterminds. There's a few other things on the board that I've been working on that have been keeping me up late at night as well. And I want to share with you not one, but two speaking events that I think I'm allowed to talk about now. I know that they're officially official, so I think that I can share them with you. If not, I'm in trouble. First, they both actually take place in March. March is going to be a busy time as well. One of my favorite events of the entire year, this will be, I think, my 7th or 8th year going back, is Social Media Marketing World. They were kind enough to invite me back to San Diego. That's going to be March 1st through the 3rd. You can actually get your ticket now at the lowest possible price, either the in-person ticket or a virtual ticket. And if you can use LouMangello.com/SMMW20 for Social Media Marketing World, you can take advantage. And I think the price actually goes up on Friday. I think the first price bump is on Friday. I will tell you that, other than Momentum, this is far and away my favorite conference of the year. It's the reason why I continue to return, not just as a speaker, but as an attendee, because I love what they do. This is how you run a large conference. Very different than what I do at Momentum, which, I should have had those ready to go, but I don't. I don't want to overwhelm you too much with stuff. When I come back, I'm going to share with you guys a very special details about Momentum and a super duper discount for Momentum and the retreat. I have them both booked already. But first things first, San Diego, March 1st through the 3rd. I'll be back at Social Media Marketing World talking about exactly what we're doing now, which is live video. One of my favorite topics as well. I'll be talking about podcasting this week in the UK. I'll be talking about live video in California. Now, I am actually excited to announce that I'm going to be returning to an event that I did a number of years ago. I just, scheduling wise, haven't been able to go over the past few years. And this is an event that I have loved since the first time I have gone, not just because it allows me to present and share and teach at some incredible locations. I don't just mean when I went to Minnesota or Toronto, but places like Cancun. And they invited me to speak somewhere that I have never been before. And I don't think I've shared this with anybody as yet. But also in March 2020, I'll be back at TBEX, the Travel Bloggers Exchange in Catania, Italy. So March 10th through the 13th. Again, going to be a pretty busy couple of weeks. I'm going to be racking up the sleepless nights and the miles. So I will be speaking in Catania, Italy, about a couple different topics surrounding live video and community, etc. If you are interested in coming, if you are in the travel space, I love this conference. I love, for a lot of reasons, the way they put it together. And if you go to LouMangello.com/TBEX20, you can find out more. So from San Diego to Italy, March is going to be an exciting time, and I am super looking forward and incredibly honored to be able to present and share and teach at all those locations. And I've never been to Italy before, so Dad, I'm going for you. So my dad never made it to Italy, so I'm going to go for him. Linda Lammers, have a good night, and I will see you on the next live. And the last, certainly not least, announcement is something that's going to be a little or a lot closer to home. Not just my home, but your home. And it's something that we've done over the past few years, really has started to grow in popularity, more importantly, grow in fun. Because a few years ago, I was visited by a wonderful someone from Santa's Workshop, dare I say one of Santa's little helpers, not Santa's little helper, the dog from The Simpsons, now part of the Disney family, but one of Santa's little helper. We'll call her Shannon the Elf, who suggested we do something that would be fun and a wonderful community event. And back again this year is going to be the annual WDW Radio Ornament Exchange. This is a lot of fun. Over the last few years, I've seen some great ornaments be exchanged, some friendships grow, and a lot of fun had by all. If you go to www.radio.com/exchange19, this is what is going to happen. So later on, actually next week, Shannon the Elf is going to post a link to where you can sign up for the Ornament Exchange. What I've done is I've created a post with sort of an interest list. If you're interested in being part of the exchange and don't want to, make sure you don't miss the post, go in, comment there at www.radio.com/exchange19. That's a post on Facebook. Comment. This way, when our little elf friend posts the link, you'll make sure that you don't miss it. Basically, what you do is you either buy or make an ornament that's, $15 or so. You will be randomly, by the little elfsters up there, you will randomly be connected with somebody else in the WDW Radio community. And it's a great way to have a little fun and spread a little Christmas cheer by singing loud for all to hear. No, by sharing ornaments for all to hear. I know we have a few hundred people already signed up already for the Ornament Exchange. And again, commenting in the group does not sign you up. It just sort of makes sure that you'll get a notification when the elf posts the link to the actual sign-up form, because obviously you need to give your address, etc. There's also some other information that we'll collect about maybe favorite characters or favorite movies. This way maybe you'll get an ornament that you'll be sure to like. So Chris Bannon says, we have almost 300 people signed up for the Ornament Exchange so far. As if I didn't love you enough. 300 of you signed up for something that is a lot of fun. I don't know, Carrie, that the elf needs any help, but feel free to post in that thread here that you're willing to help if she needs any help. I think there's a whole team of elves up there that she has helping out with her. So definitely check it out. Yeah, I've been participating the last few years as well. Part of the fun is not just receiving your ornament, but picking one out for somebody else. And Jessica Alice says, you're going to love it. Samantha Caravella says, I loved participating last year. I made an orange bird ornament. It was awesome. Samantha, I love that, except it really goes to prove just how incredibly untalented I am in the arts and crafts. Marion, I'm going to need you to make an ornament this year because I stink at that kind of stuff. But I do happen to live pretty close to Disney World and have access to getting ornaments and character ornaments and things like that. So it's been a busy couple of weeks. Can we exchange lasagnas? Eddie, now you're talking about. Peggy Teal says it's a lot of fun. Vicky Guppy bought her ornament in Japan. Oh, look how smart you are. Look at how smart you are. Tom Nolan, the Ornament Exchange sounds cool. Looking forward to participating Jim already ordered his for that special box person. How many crafty people make their ornaments? Joe, a lot of people made their... Oh, Joe, I literally just put... it's just out of arm's reach. The artwork that you brought to the meet of the month on Saturday is just... Oh, I would stand up, but nobody wants to see that angle. But Joe Fu, an incredibly talented artist and a heck of a nice guy, too. Cindy Mote Steppen, thinking about making one of Orangeburg this year. Cindy is super talented and crafty. If you've seen over Marathon Weekend, when we get to visit with one of our Make-A-Wish families over the weekend, Cindy, all by herself, puts together an amazing handmade quilt for the child and the family, which is... it's not just beautiful, but an incredibly generous and heartwarming gesture. So Heather has a monorail ornament that somebody made for her a few years ago. Yeah, you guys are super crafty, which makes me realize how untalented I am. Maybe I'll have Joe Fu create an ornament for me, and I'll pretend that it was mine. So, but yeah, so lots and lots and lots of stuff coming up. With the Japan recap show part 1. Part 2 is coming out this week. You've got the UK meet coming up right after that. Then we've got the Very Merry Time cruise. As soon as I come back from the UK, I'm home for like 2 days, and I'm on the cruise. That, I believe, starts on Monday. And then next year, again, I'll be speaking at Social Media Marketing World in San Diego. If you go to LouMongello.com/social media SMMW20, you can register at the lowest price for either the in-person ticket, the fun we have in San Diego, by the way, or you can get a virtual ticket, get access to all the recordings. And then right on the heels of that, I'm going to be heading out to Italy and speaking at T-Bex in Catania in Sicily. So, and there's more to come that I just am not at liberty to reveal as yet. And Dahlia, wait, let me see. I know I have the logo here somewhere. Oh, I did. Maybe I deleted it by accident. But yes, our cruise out of New Orleans on February 7th is 93 days away. It's going to be here before you know it. I've got 93 days to lose 94 pounds. So somebody hide what's left of the Doritos and foods from Japan. Thanksgiving coming up. Oi. Dylan said, Thanksgiving is coming up. We were thinking about serving Orangeburg. Cheryl, I'm not going to be able to take my family to Italy with me on that trip. However, you may or may not have heard us talking about our Adventures by Disney trip to Italy, and our friends over at MEI Mouse Fan Travel, like Becky Mankin, is putting the finishing touches on conversing with the folks from Adventures by Disney so we can get that date together and then release that. I can tell you that trip is going to go very, very fast. We already have an interest list about Italy, and this family-friendly trip, again, I think is going to sell out faster than China did, which was somewhere around 18, 19 minutes, something like that. So definitely stay tuned. We will have information. I'll be sharing it with the nation first, and then I'll be sharing it with everyone else. So if you are a member of the WDW Radio Nation, thank you very much. You guys will get first crack as that comes out, and we should have that probably in the next few weeks. So definitely stay tuned. So a lot of you guys are asking about the December meet of the month. So I can tell you, I'll take a quick look. December's meet of the month is not going to be the weekend of the 14th. It might be, maybe it will be the weekend of the 14th. I don't know. Yeah, December is going to be interesting as well. I don't know because not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. So, Leah, when is your trip in when is your trip in Italy? Jared McCarty, I don't know. I think you were here last week when I was talking about you and your letter and the Skyline chili. Dude, that was so generous of you. We inhaled the chili the first night we got it, And then the next day, my son came home from school and made a whole other thing all by himself. Dude, it's for us to share. And by share, I mean it's for me. And then whatever I don't eat, you can have. Thank you so much, man. That was incredibly thoughtful and generous and kind of you to do. And it was great seeing you at in Indy, which now seems like ages ago. So, yeah, lots of good stuff coming up, including some of the things that that Becky does not know about. Although, if you are looking to book your trip somewhere, you can book it through our friends over at MEI and Mousefan Travel for all your vacation planning needs. Tell them Lou sent you. No, literally, tell them Lou sent you, because Becky doesn't believe me. So, Jared says it's Cincinnati's best. Yeah, man, I don't know what you guys do to make that magical chili stuff happen, but it was literally the first time I've ever had chili on pasta. And when we used to live in Naples, there was one there, and it eventually became a place that I took my kids a lot after school. Meg Nodden, who I love, she is my Asian dining, but she's not Asian, but in Asia we are dining buddies in China and in Japan. I ate and shared a little bit of the cup noodles the other day. It kept very, very well. Going overseas, so I dug my recipe of shrimp and crab and whatever I have, whatever else I put in there. So, speaking of MEI and Mousefan Travel, Becky Menken, I have to thank one of your team, Kathy Geiger. I know Kathy; she's awesome, for helping me book a short trip to Disneyland DCA while we're out west visiting our daughter and her husband, Paul Clark. You too, sir, are a good man, Charlie Brown. So. Mike says, it looks like a lot of people asking for that first weekend in December 7th or 8th. Not long after the opening of Rise of the Resistance. And there are things that I want to say to you that I cannot. But I will only say this. And this is not giving anything away. Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. And I will leave it at that. This may be the most... I won't do that. Just wait and see. It's just over. It's a month and a day away. So stay tuned. There are wonderful things afoot at Walt Disney World. So we will leave it at that. No spoilers, Jamie. I don't have any spoilers to give. But Rise of the Resistance is going to be, from what I know, will Rise of the Resistance be a standalone podcast? Probably. It probably will be. So, yeah, there are things I cannot share that I have been made aware of, and as excited as I was before, I'm really looking forward to the not just the attraction, but the event itself. I think the opening of Rise of Resistance is going to be something special. So let's we'll leave it at that. So Meg, I have not ridden the attraction itself. I have only seen one room. I will tell you that the one room that I walked into where nothing was turned on was incredibly impressive. How it will stand up to the room in Shanghai Pirates, time will tell. But that deck of that bridge and that window into space and those stormtroopers and the TIE fighter, even as nothing was happening, was awe-inspiring. The room was silent. The air came out of the room as the 10 of us walked in and just was. So if that's a preview of what is to come, it should be pretty interesting. So Jeremy Goff says, just a quick question about Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Do the parties tend to sell out in mid-December? We're going December 10th. So the parties So December 10th is a Tuesday. I think you're going to be fine. That being said, please do not wait until December 9th or December 10th to get your ticket. They sometimes, you never know, they do have a tendency to sell out. Obviously, as you get closer, weekends usually do sell out in December, especially as you start to get close. You're a Tuesday night, so I think you have maybe a little bit more flexibility. But I would not wait too long. If you know that you're going, just go get your tickets. Go get your tickets. So, yeah, a lot of you seem to be very excited for the opening of Rise of the Resistance. I'm just going to leave that right there. That's all. I will tell you that between Rise of the Resistance and The Mandalorian, which, by the way, is now just 6 days away. Quick, show of hands. Who has already pre-ordered Disney Plus? Let me know by commenting. Me. I pre-ordered Disney Plus. I did the 3-year plan. I'm going to add on the Hulu once it comes up. But if will I be watching Disney Plus Tuesday in London? I'm going to try, man. I'm going to be downloading the app from there and just going to probably be playing around with the interface. But I'm curious to see who has. So let me know. A lot of people. Carlos Silva, good to see you, my friend. I was going to say bom dia, but I don't know how to say good evening in Portuguese. So, sup. A lot of 3-year plans. Steve did it last night. Let's see. This guy, Leah, can't wait for the Imagineering show. So what is it, right? So what was, I mean, look, obviously it's all of the content but was there or is there one particular show, series, special, something that's on there that was just, I have to get Disney Plus. So for a lot of the Star Wars people, it's the library of Star Wars content. Look, I will tell you, The Mandalorian, of all things, seeing the trailer for The Mandalorian was like, I'm in. Not that I wasn't in before. $6, like, it's 3 Dunkin' Donuts coffees or half of a Starbucks coffee. So it's almost a no-brainer to do it. But The Mandalorian, obviously all of the Marvel content, there are still, and I will only say that there's a couple of other spectacular announcements for Disney Plus. I can say this. There are some spectacular announcements for Disney Plus that are coming that are being timed appropriately. That did, obviously, so they announced Endgame today. Bigger than Endgame. Bigger things than Endgame are coming to Disney Plus. So, the Jeff Goldblum show for Carrie Krieger, Mandalorian, Marvel TV shows. A lot of people down for the Imagineering show. A lot of people. So Josh Anderson's will be 12th sick on the 12th. I'm sure you're not the only one. Erica Bennett is stoked for the Imagineering documentary. My oldest has been watching the Imagineering videos for years. So do you remember the old Imagineering? There was an Imagineering series. There was a series on DVD, and they used to be on the Disney Channel years ago. Stephanie Perry Bullock, my early morning cheering buddy, excited about the behind-the-scenes park stuff, including the show that The Rock is producing. Kevin is looking forward to the Pixar library. Jeremy Goff, you're like my son. He's looking forward to binging The Simpsons up to a certain point. My son, I think like you, is not a huge fan of some of the later series. Look, dude, 665, 667 episodes in, they're not all going to be home runs. Like, try and come up with 660 different episodes of gold. That's tough to do. So Meg is looking forward to the Pixar shorts and all of the cooking shows. Michael Goldtrap is looking forward to Tron. Michael, I will tell you this. I don't think that you have seen the last of a new Tron. I'll just say production. I don't want to say if it's going to be, if it might be, damn it, TV or movie. I need to stop talking. So, but I have my little, oh, you can't see it behind my printer, but my little collection of Tron stuff there. It's staying on the shelf. A lot of this stuff is going, by the way. That's my January purge is coming, and this is going to look very different. So, Meg, I don't know if there's cooking shows, but I wanted to sort of make your ears perk by saying that. Alex, so somebody else asked me if the Star Wars Christmas special will make it on Disney Plus. No, it can't. There are certain things that should never, ever be seen again, right? The Star Wars Holiday Special, the Grease Tape, there's a few other, there's some things that don't need to be seen. If you've seen the Star Wars Holiday Special, the Life Day song with B. Arthur goes on for like 76 minutes. It's not even funny good. It's just not good. Martin Shergold, I'm not going to say if it's Tron 3 or if it's a Tron TV series. So you'll just have to wait and see. So there's there's more content. There's more new content that we've never seen before coming to Disney Plus that has not been announced as yet. I am aware of what some of those shows / series / one-offs are going to be. I am not at liberty to say what they are until they are officially announced. But even if you don't like the back catalog of stuff, the new original programming, we'll call it that. The new original programming for Disney Plus is going to be reason to watch Disney Plus. Is going to be reason alone to subscribe to Disney Plus. Especially if you like the old Disney Channel. Anyway, so Martin Shergold wants a little apple dumpling gang. So Jason Knapp, I can't click on the YouTube link, and that's probably a good. Oh, Jeremy Goff, the 10-minute segment completely in Wookiee language with no subtitles. There was a lot, the 80s was a very interesting time, and I'm not sure that all of the writers and producers had all of their full faculties at their disposal. Let's just put it to you that way. So, Mark Jones, the Star Wars Holiday Special was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I wish I had that part of my life back. It's one of those things that, as a Star Wars fan, you have to imagine has something of interest or some redeeming quality, is something, at all, that you can hang your hat on. And when B. Arthur is the best part of that show, that's not saying a lot. And there's also, it's depressing. It's really, really, really bad. That's what, the Star Wars Holiday Special is what prison riots are based on. That's how they start. It's bad. Will they be doing Mouser-size? Terry Gaff, who, by the way, I love Terry Gaff and Mrs. Gaff and daughter Gaff. We had so much fun and food in Japan. We shared a few meals together in Japan, and oh, what a wonderful time we had. And thank you for such nice conversation over lunch and over oysters and over dinner and over snacks and lunch again. So Jeremy Goff, let's drink a 2-liter LSD and make a Christmas special. That's probably how it came to be. So we'll be able to watch the do I know if the Disney Plus catalog will be the same in all countries? So Alex, I don't think that they have specifically said one way or the other. My guess is that unlike Netflix, it will most likely be the same across the board. I don't know if there's any sort of limitations legally in terms of what can be played in what regions, but I have to imagine it's going to be pretty consistent across the board. So, do I think we're going to see all the episodes of Wonderful World of Disney? I don't, at least not right away. I don't necessarily think you're going to see all of those, at least not necessarily on day one. They are going to obviously stagger the release and announcement of different types of content. There is a lot of there's a lot of stuff in the vault, and so is there content geographically mattered much? Probably not. That's what I'm saying. And look, there's obviously ways to get around the geographical barriers of content. So, for example, if you have Netflix and say you're interested in some shows that only play in Europe or in Japan, there's ways that you can get that content, at home or on your device. VPN. I'm not telling you how to do it, VPN, but there's VPN. There's ways to do it. So, by the way, Becky, I'm loving this short show. Happy the fact I'll be up till midnight packing right along with you. No, I'm probably not going to pack till tomorrow. I've got plenty of time. I have to pack. I've got to shop. I've got work to do. Oi, it's 8:21 already. Listen, she's not right often, but she is kind of right. We started talking about Disney Plus and Tron, and I got all excited. Yeah, Hal, I know that they're all trying to get around the VPN thing, which is more difficult than it seems. I mean, there's ways to do it. So, Daniel, it depends too on the VPN that you're using. I'm not telling you what ExpressVPN to use, but there are some ExpressVPN that are very easy to use that do work. So I'm not saying to look in the comments if one might be there, but ExpressVPN might be one that you can use as well. So, but anyway, just to quickly recap all of the fun and festivities that are coming and going. Again, please, if you haven't checked out this week's podcast, I want to thank Becky and Meg and BJ and Allie and Martin for not just being on the Adventures by Disney, but being on the Adventures by Disney recap show. If you are in the UK this week, please, come by the Feathers pub on Broadway. It's right around the corner from the Conrad St. James. That's going to be Wednesday, November 13th. When I come back, I'm going right from London, right out to sea. And I would love for you to be with me as I embark on my very first very merry time cruise on the Disney Dream, November 18th through the 22nd. If you're going to be on board, please let me know. Would totally love to get together with you while there and share a meal or 6 or 7. And then next year, starting my speaking regiment again, March 1st through the 3rd, I'll be back at Social Media Marketing World. If you are at all even considering it, if you have any questions, let me know. But if you're thinking about registering this week, the price is as low as it's going to be for the in-person and virtual ticket as well. Go to LouMangello.com/SMMW for Social Media Marketing World 20. And then right after that, I leave from there and I go out to Catania, Italy, the island of Sicily. I'll be speaking at TBEX. If you are in the travel space, this is a phenomenal conference. Really, really, really well done. And oh, by the way, did I mention it's also in Italy? And then don't forget, the Christmas season is upon us and time for our WDW Radio annual ornament exchange. Go to wdwradio.com/exchange19. Comment on the thread there because our elf is going to post the link next week. Make sure you do not miss it. I think we have, somebody said, more than 300 people signed up already for that. Obviously, if there's anything that you want me to cover, to see, do, eat, if there's a question you want me to answer, something you want me to check out in London on the Very Merry Time cruise, please let me know. Again, I see Meg and Becky and Martin and Terry and everybody who is in Japan. Thank you guys again so very much. I am still smiling and reeling and a little hungry from our trip to Japan, and that is all because of you guys. So thank you all very, very much. I love you. I appreciate you. I will be live from London when and where I can. So until next time, until this weekend, and until next week, thank you guys so very much. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye.